Okay, good evening. It is June 14th, 2024. 25, I'm sorry. I just wanted to do an update today. I just called the Houston police, Houston Kingwood police. I gave them the exact address where Alice Dark was living. Okay, and I told them that I wanted a welfare check done. And they are giving me the complete runaround. They said I have to contact my local office here and they have my local office contact them. No, that's not what the law says. The law says you contact the local office there and have them do the welfare check. They are completely, do not trust the Houston police, okay? They are completely, Alice sent me about 6 videos and pictures of the police involved in her harassment. Okay, the Houston Kingwood police. She would go for walks and they would stage these accidents and things. Okay, and I just called them tonight and I said, well, I haven't heard from my friend in months and I would like a welfare check done. Well, they did a welfare check here. Well, how did that happen? They just made a phone call and, all of a sudden the police come, and I let them in. Nobody, what is there to hide? I'm not hiding anything. And they acted like I was some kind of criminal, helping a friend of mine out with his mom. Like they're so negligent, the police. I can't even tell you. Like you cannot trust them at all. Okay, so I just called the Houston police and the first guy wouldn't even do a welfare check. I was on hold for I was talking to him for 8 minutes and I said, are you going to do a welfare check like I asked you to do? Well, what is your name? What is your information? I don't have to tell you my information. We kept going round and round and round. I don't have to tell you anything about me. I'm requesting you to do a welfare check. That's your job. Isn't that your job to be community service? No, it's not. Not anymore. When these police work for for years, they've worked for the government. They've worked for the corporation instead of the Constitution. So we are aware of this now. We are aware that you haven't been doing your jobs for years and that so then I called back and I requested a welfare check again. And then he transferred me to a supervisor and I said, and she asked me for my information. And then I looked up the law and it says, no, you don't have to know anything about my information of me calling. I just have to contact my local department and request a welfare check in the local department where the person is missing. Why does it matter anything about who I am personally? Okay, and she was like all persistent, even the supervisor, all persistent about who I am and information that I have to give to them. You don't have to give them any of your information. What is this? A warrant for my arrest? No, I'm requesting you to do your job. Aren't you the public servants? Do not trust the police at all. And I also, I'm pursuing a lawsuit against the Hennepin County police here because it's been, I have been illegally pulled over since 2013, 35 times, I think, here. So I have more than proof to prove police harassment here. You are insane. You are completely out of your mind. I would encourage every single individual to file lawsuits against their local police and their law enforcement agencies. They do not work for you. They work for the corporation. These people are insane. They would not do a welfare check unless, and they kept asking me for my information. I have to give my information to send the local police involved and then they would send it to their. No, that's not what the law says. The law says I call the local agency and you're supposed to do a welfare check. No, the Houston police, they refused to do a welfare check. Alice is in danger. She knew she was in danger. She had the police involved in her harassment. Do not trust your local police, okay? Do not trust the local police, the sheriffs. They work for the corporation, not the Constitution. I cannot stand them, okay? I'm going to file a lawsuit against the Hennepin County for all of this harassment, and I would encourage everyone across the nation to file lawsuits against your local police and sheriffs for their harassment and their involvement in working with the corporation. They will not do their job. They will not. I called back. I called twice. They will not do a welfare check on my friend Alice in Kingwood, Texas. And I believe she's dead now. I believe she's dead now. They won't do it. They refuse to do it. They kept asking me for my information. I don't have to give them any information about me. I'm requesting a welfare check on a person that's in their community. They're refusing to do their job. Just screw them. Screw them. Do not trust any of the police or the sheriffs. So I am actually encouraging people to file lawsuits against your local police and sheriffs in your community for their negligence of the law. Just, because I'm going to file one. So let's just bombard them with lawsuits because they're total negligent. Just because you went through what is it? 3 months of school to become a police academy or whatever it is. And then now you got a gun and a badge and you think you're above the law. That's 3 months of school. They're just a joke. I'm so sick of them. They've harassed the living hell out of me for 13 years. I'm so sick of them. Just put them in their place whenever you can, please.